throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to Before the Game, brought to you by the Professionals, Murray Bridge.
Welcome everybody to Before the Game. It is round 6 of the Swamport Hotel RFL season. I'm Matt Hood, coming to you today live from Lemessurier Oval, home of the Rambler Football Club. Before the Game is brought to you by the Professionals Murray Bridge. A big thank you to them, and we'd also like to mention our major sponsor, the Swamport Hotel. Welcome to the two gentlemen alongside me. First of all, Alex Button, welcome.
Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. And did they all stand up as you entered the ground today, mate?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. And they always stand up for you. This man here from MyPro, Mark Steinert. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, Matt. Good to see you back, mate.
Yes, it's been a big
You
effort.
know where you are, or?
Yeah, actually, I did. It's for those who don't know, I was in America travelling around. We got flights cancelled, delayed, the whole lot. I think it was 60 hours from the time we left Nashville till the time we hit Adelaide just a minute ago. So not a lot of sleep, but it was a bit of an adventure, is all I can say. So, and what about yourself, Butsy? Congratulations on your commentating so far. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, mate, loving it. It's I've said it before, good way to stay involved without all the stresses of coaching, of course. But yeah, having a blast.
Now, Steiny, you had a wedding, I believe, just
yeah,
the
son
other day.
Cameron got married last Saturday at the Manor at Basket Range, so the weather was beautiful. It was a fantastic day, and to Cameron and Sophie, yeah, it was just terrific. So
Wow,
really proud.
Good stuff.
Congrats.
And any little tears sort of flowing at all there?
When we got the bill, yeah. So, I didn't cut that bit out. No, was teary. Yeah, terrific lad and marrying a fantastic girl.
Oh,
Great to have family and friends there, and yeah, awesome day.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Before we get into a few other things that we need to address in the show today, I just want to mention there's been a couple of questions just asked regarding the how we're looking after the live streaming this year and why we're here and where and everything else. And of course, we've had 3 Rambler games, pretty early on in the season. And one thing that we wanted to do to make everything nice and even was make sure that each club got three live stream games.
Yep.
So the first thing was we had to coordinate that to make that work. So that was important to make that work. So that wasn't just as easy as we go in order of the draw or anything like that. So, but what we did do is we've got left 3 rounds 10, 16, 17 and 18. They're unallocated at this stage. So what's going to happen is that all the teams through the minor round, apart from those games, are going to get three games, which is great. Everyone gets a nice even go. However, if your team's in form, getting close to those rounds, essentially we're going to go to where the big game is, where the form game is, okay?
Absolutely.
So we'll actually decide that the week before. The RFL TV team will have a talk about it and work out where we're going. So, if your team's in form, you very well might get there.
Yep.
So,
And I think it's a good idea too. It's the way to get the best product out and showcase the quality that the league's got, absolutely.
Absolutely. So just so everyone knows, everyone's going to get a nice even run. So let's have a look at some of our sponsors. We've got some great sponsors on board with RFL TV, and we have our weekly awards every week, and we're going to run through last week's award winners, please, Steiny.
Yeah, so a big thank you to our sponsors, as you mentioned, Matt. So our Farm Fresh Market Player of the Day was Will Crane from Imperials, putting together a pretty handy season as he's come back from the Sturt Footy Club. Dutton's Goal of the Day, Jack Penfold from Imperials. I'm pretty sure he won that award last year for the Goal of the Year, so well done,
Yes.
Jack. McHugh's Bakery Mark of the Day, Brody Morrell from Imperials, another guy that's in pretty good form. Elders Rising Star, and I reckon he's got a few of these hats on his peg at home. Malachi Continuary from Ramblers, who we'll get to watch this afternoon in the big game. Murray Sales Defender of the Day, James Clark Imperials, very solid, experienced defender back there. And the Anytime Fitness Incentive Award goes to Matt Wensky from Ramblers, who again we'll see him this afternoon. So well done, everyone, and thanks to those sponsors. So.
Absolutely. We'd also like to mention our live stats that will be coming through on RFL TV is brought to you by the Murray Valley Standard. So a big thank you to the Murray Valley Standard for those stats. Now we're going to have a look at some of the league awards, and we're going to start off with the leading goal kicker, please, Butts.
Yeah, leading goal kicker. So looking at the leagues there, you got Josh Scott from Jervois on 18, Rory Taggart, Mypo 18, Jaden Ward from Taylor 14, Nick Homsch, who's having a very good year for Maipo at the moment, with 12.
Fantastic. The day segregation and fodder player of the year, Steiny?
Yeah, so from last week, round 5, Taylor Bennett Maipo, 3 votes to Jordan Hine, he's probably been Maipo's most consistent. Nick Homsch, who's in a good reign of form, and a very exciting Jack Kluska with 1. Ramblers Imperials, a game you guys covered last week, 3 votes to Sean Sandwich, good to see Sean fit and firing. Will Crane, as we mentioned before, very consistent, and from Ramblers, Riley Vanson with 1 vote. The Suns versus Manham, 3 votes to Hamish Ditsky, very good footballer. 2 to Matthew Wiestra, who we'll see this afternoon, and 1 to the very consistent Rory O'Driscoll. And Mallee Districts versus Jervois, 3 votes to the goal kicker Josh Scott, 2 to the coach Tate Silverlock, and 1 to Henry Olsen from the Storm. That brings our leaderboard, as we mentioned before, Will Crane on 9, Tate Silverlock on 7, and Louis Demichel and Matt Skrypek both on 6 points.
Thank you, Steiny. Chemist King Club of the Year.
Yep, so have a look at this one here. Imps, long way out in front at the moment on 42. Maipo and Taylor and Ben are tied up at the second spot on 26. Cats 24, Jervois 23, Manham and the Suns on 20, Mallee Districts on 7, and Ramblers bring up the back end with 4.
Swanport Hotel ladder, please.
Yeah, so equal on top, Cats and Imperials with 8 points each, and we'll have that big game across the road at Johnson Park, so come past early, there's a massive crowd there already, so it's going to be a ripping game. Maipo sitting in third with 6, along with Manham, who we'll see this afternoon. The Suns on 4, just starting to string a few games together. Obviously Jervois with 2, still with some sanctions hanging there. Ramblers 2, and Talenben and the Storm play each other today, so one of those guys will register, but they're both on 0 at the moment. So,
thank you, Mark. And let's have a little talk about now the new little segment. What did we learn last week?
For me, the Pies are back.
The Pies are back. Yeah, little beauty,
We'll see how well that ages today. Obviously, big game today. What on last week? Honestly, that I expected a really good game between Imps and Ramblers last week, and I thought Ramblers were really disappointing. Went through the stats. I think it was Imps had plus 30 inside 50s, plus 60 possessions, something like 27 scoring shots to 11. It was only Ramblers straight kicking that sort of gave them any respectability on the scoreboard. So really disappointing, I thought, but hopefully they come out fired up today and give us a real contest against Manham.
Steiny, what did you learn?
oh, just following on Butsy's AFL, Essendon the real deal this year. We've been promised the world in the last 4 or 5 years, but sitting third with North Melbourne today, so happy with that. Locally, I just really enjoying the season. We talked about the new clubs coming in and the excitement it's created. The Cats sitting top, they're a very powerful outfit. Suns just starting to get their mojo together. As mentioned, Taylor and the Storm today, they've been good in patches, so one of them's going to win. So I just enjoying the footy, the competition. We all love to get out on a Saturday and watch our local clubs play, and I think it's just been with the new clubs coming in. It's exciting. One team gets on a roll for 2 or 3 weeks, and then someone else pops up. So yeah, just really excited about where the league is at the moment. So
absolutely. What I learnt is it's extremely expensive in America at the moment. Doesn't matter what you buy. I think there was an $18 sandwich I went past yesterday, but also learnt that how nice we got it here in Australia.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, and we're very lucky people to be living here in Australia. That's what I learned after travelling around for 7 weeks overseas through the States. So
I don't know if you saw, did you see the price of the Miami Grand Prix for some of the food there? There was a fruit salad bowl on sale for $190.
Wow.
And then you can go up from there. I think it was $280 with something like a burger or something else like.
And of course they still want the tipping butts here as well.
Yeah.
So they're charging us a premium, plus they want, and they get quite upset if there's no tips forthcoming. So you just got to stand clear of that one. Okay, right, very good then. And also now, what we did do, you had a little chat to the Manham League coach, didn't you?
I did.
And the captain, Mitch Hewlett.
Yeah, I did. It's good for them once again to give up their time and have a chat. But yeah, pretty exciting the start of the year that Manham's had. Obviously the last 2 they've dropped, but knocked off Imps out at Manham earlier in the year, and probably a team that maybe have exceeded expectations early on, which is always a positive.
Now, is this your first official interview?
No, I did wrangle Jared Whalen last week.
Oh, you did too, so second one. Okay, good stuff. All right, let's have a listen to what Quinny and Mitch Hewlett had to say.
All right, and I'm here today with Manham coach Ben Quinn and skipper Mitch Hewlett. Pleasure to have you on, guys. Thanks for giving the time.
No worries, cheers, Butsy.
Thanks for having
No,
us.
no worries, mate. So we'll just start with you, Ben. Just a couple of nice little half volleys
Yep.
outside off.
Easy.
Good start to the year for you guys.
Yep.
Some good wins, but then a couple of games that you're saying probably would have liked to have just done a bit better in.
Yeah, 100%. Really good start. Coming up against Taylor and Malley, real close one to start with Taylor. They're much improved as well, and then had another good win. But then to come up against Imps and really test ourselves and come away with probably what was probably the best win since I've been coaching Madden was real good.
Yep.
But yeah, as you said, last couple of weeks, come up against Coorong, they're one of the hottest teams I reckon I've seen since I've been involved in the RMFL.
Yeah,
so
okay.
they're going to be very tough to beat. So we sort of got a bit of a wake-up call there. And then last week against the Suns, there it was just a slog all day, and we just ran out of legs a little bit in the end, and they just kicked 3 or 4 quick ones at the end. Extended it out. It was only 1 or 2 goals all day. So
Yep.
Pretty positive though.
Yeah, beautiful. And obviously, last year probably a little bit of a disappointing year for you guys. Coming into this year, what would you sort of focus on in the off-season in regards to game plan and even personnel?
Yeah, personnel-wise, I think we went out and we identified we hadn't really recruited or got any more, like a big forward, a big vocal point in. So we had a look at that. So we got big Will Irwin in, he played in Darwin in the off-season as well. Yep. So it's been good to get him down. But we're still focused on just getting good people to the club as well. But for me, a bit around, I think last year we went a bit unknown around a few. And then just getting some known talent back, so especially locals. So focus lots on Crow and Tarbs to get them two back on board. So that was huge. Just not what they just bring on the park, but leadership. It's their own club as well, which means that a little bit more.
Yeah, no, exactly. And they are those guys. You can get them back. They are real heart and soul guys of the club, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, Mitchie. First year as skipper this year.
Yeah.
How have you found it so far?
Yeah, good. Pre-game speeches have been pretty interesting,
Yeah.
but it's been great. Big honour to be backed in by the club and handed that from Mickey O, who's a club legend. Had a conversation with Quinny a few years ago about how that was a big dream of mine to captain the club one day. So, yeah, very honoured.
Beautiful. And what type of style do you think you have? Is it a old lead you follow, or how do you think you sort of go about it as a skipper?
Yeah, I guess a bit of that. I think I'm quite positive as a skipper and trying to, back in our players and support them as well. And I think I try and lead through my own actions, like not only on the field but around the club as well.
Yeah, cool. And you said, you've been at Madden the whole way through, you haven't
Yeah.
played a game anywhere else, so had a bit of success in the junior grades, I'm guessing, because you've always been strong.
Yeah. I was pretty fortunate. We had that period where we won the 3 under-17s flags in a row. I played in 2 of those, so very fortunate there.
Yep.
Had some great coaches going through the ranks as well, and we've had a lot of talent through the club. As juniors, a lot of those ended up at Sturt, so very fortunate with success.
Beautiful. And who are the junior coaches do you think you sort of learnt the most from, or took most of your influence from?
Yeah, definitely. I guess my under 17s back then. Clint Warhurst, who's the current president of the club, had a huge influence on me.
Yep.
Terrific coach, and sort of really appreciate the time that I had with him as my coach. And then Quinny in my last year of 17s as well was huge, and then transitioning into becoming my lead coach as well. 2 great influences on me there.
Beautiful. What do you think the best piece of advice Quinny's given you so far?
Oh God, that's a good question.
Find space, get out in the open, don't man up.
Last piece of advice I got was to play on a bit quicker, which I definitely agree with. So move the ball a bit quicker. Go with that. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Take the game on.
And what sort of challenges have you had, you think, as skipper? Obviously, first year into it, there's a lot to learn and a lot to take on board. Is there any challenges that you've found along the way, or a bit of smooth sailing?
Yeah, look, not too much just yet. I think I was away for a fair portion of the pre-season just with placement. I was up in the Northern Territory for 8 weeks, so it was definitely a bit strange to be skipper of the club, but also not around. So that was a bit weird for me. But I think so far it's been pretty good. The boys have been fantastic and very supportive, and same with Quinny and the club as well.
Yeah, beautiful. And what's been your favourite footy memory of your career so far, do you think? You've mentioned those 2 under-17s flags.
Yeah, to be honest, probably my A-grade debut game. That was pretty special day for me and my family as well. I still have pretty amazing memories of that day with Mickey O as the coach. He's a huge role model of mine, so that was pretty special to be playing with him.
I was about to ask you who you sort of lent on as a mentor or role model over the time.
Yeah. Mickey O, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got to be one of the greatest players that the club's ever seen, and since a kid he was my absolute idol growing up. So super fortunate to have him coach me, to play with him and have him as my skipper as well. So yeah, got a bit of a man crush on Mickey O.
Hope he doesn't watch this.
And what about Quinny there as a coach? How have you found him and his sort of style, you think, as well?
Yeah, and Quinny's great. I think he's been very honest and upfront, and he's constantly seeking feedback on how to improve, which is much appreciated. And he's great at sort of adapting his coaching style to suit some of that feedback, I suppose. But super positive coach. He's very supportive of us as well, and he's doing a great job. So yeah.
Beautiful. And Quinny, we'll just throw to you as well now. More on today's game. What do you? Ramblers have sort of been up and down a bit. They pushed Jervois pretty close a couple of weeks ago. So what are you looking for today, and what are you expecting?
I expect it just to be another tough slog, I reckon. It seems to be like last year we came here, they didn't have many expectations and we had a fair few, and they really slogged it out. They just made a little bit of a scrap, which I probably expect a little bit of today on the smaller ground as well. We know that. We've thrown things around a little bit. Like, we don't want to jump the gun too much, but we've got a really sort of new look squad as well. So we're still piecing together, what works for us best. So we've just swapped a few things around today to try early as well.
Yeah.
See if that works.
And looking as well, it looks like your back six are pretty set and locked down, and that's probably your biggest strength.
Yeah.
And I guess if you get that defensive side of your game solid, you can really start building on all other areas.
Yeah, 100%. Our back six are very, very solid. We've got it, really well worked out, that they just get their matchups right. If there's a key role to do, we'll talk about that part of the game, but they're working really, really well down there. Their communication behind the ball to instruct now. Yeah, it's really more about now our movement through the middle of the ground and our forward entry that we're trying to work on for sure.
No, very good. And what we'll do now, mate, Mitch, we'll jump into a quick 10.
Yeah.
All right. So just a couple of quick questions for you. Favourite AFL team?
Adelaide.
Very good. Middle name?
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
Best mate at the club?
Best mate at the club. Had to be Stick Sporman, playing his 100th game today.
Beautiful. Steak or seafood?
Oh, that's a toss-up. We'll go steak.
Cool. Boxers, jocks or commando?
Jocks.
Any other hobbies you've got off the field?
Running. I love my running.
Yep.
So we'll go for that.
Yeah, cool. You'll get sick of that eventually. Favourite band?
Oh, to be honest, I'm not a music person at
He's
all.
hopeless,
so,
mate.
I couldn't even name a band, I don't think.
No, fair enough. What car are you driving at the moment?
Kia Cerato. Little
Beautiful.
city car.
Favourite gaming console, if you play at all?
Nah.
No, not at all?
Nothing for you.
Sweet. And single or partner?
Partner.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Just give her a shout out.
Yeah. Hi, Jem. 5 years down the track, so
Oh, beautiful.
pretty lucky. Yeah.
Excellent. So, got a plan for a ring soon? Or?
Jeez.
Nah, I'm way off that, I think. Wait till uni's over and things have, yeah.
No, fair. I did tell my fiancée.
I'm only 22, so.
Yeah, I told my fiancée she had to earn it as well. So it took me 9 years to get myself sorted out. No, pleasure having you on, boys, and good luck for today and for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah,
Cheers.
awesome. Cheers, mate.
No, thanks very much.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
And a big thank you to Ben Quinn and Mitch Huad from the Manor Football Club for their time with that interview with you. Butsy, well done. Nice interview.
Thank you.
Good stuff. And we've got a B grade score update. Butsy, what's the score?
What have we got? Ramblers 3-1, and Manum have just kicked the goal, so I can't see. What I think it's 6 goals
Here it
too,
comes.
I want to
Here
say.
we go.
5-2.
Yeah, 5-2. Bet second quarter, I reckon.
Yep, second quarter.
Second quarter, right, fantastic. And at this point, we'd also like to just mention again our sponsors of Before the Game, Professionals Murray Bridge. Thank you very much to them, to David and Karen Clark. Also, the captain, Shane Stella. Does anyone know where he is? Where is he?
Yeah, they're up at Mataranka.
Mataranka. So,
A lot warmer at Mataranka than it is here at Lameda, I would have
did I
thought.
hear that he'd done his ankle or knee or something?
He had a little
A little mishap.
Little mishap.
Couple of too many wines at tea time, something like that. All right, good on him. Oh, I hope he's having a good time. There's been a lot happening around the clubs with Facebook, so I think we should have a look at that now, guys. So let's kick that off, and we're going to kick off with the Coorong Cats first of all, and we'll have a look at that. And Isaac Lumen, hypnosist, 25th of May at 9 p.m. It's $20 a ticket, and I actually have been hypnotised before, and it's very strange feeling. So so that's happening at the Cats. Next up.
Now over to Imps. Congratulations to Taj Garrett on being named in the 2024 Under-16 state squad. So big effort there, and a very proud father I was speaking to last week as well.
No
so
doubt.
all the best.
No, good lad. Yeah, out at Jervois, have a quiz night tonight, so $50 a table, so yeah, if you want to get there and test the brain cells, so yeah, well done to Jervois.
Okay, good stuff there. Keep it pretty basic, hopefully. Mallee Storm, Ladies' Day. The ladies like having a good time out there, I can tell you. $35 per person and $25 for non-drinkers. And all I was going to say is have a good day, ladies.
Plenty of drinks and nibbles.
So, yeah, nibbles for the captain. Yeah, we were just, yes, I missed an opportunity there, didn't I? But thank you for picking that up for me, Butsy.
All good. Now, head out to Manham. Now, these nights are always one of the best nights on the calendar. Who will be crowned Miss Manham on the 25th
Have
of
a look
May?
at some of the heads on that slide there. Fair dinkum.
Yeah, there's always some interesting stuff going on, but yeah, that'll be a ripping night out at the Roos.
I think the scary bit's how much they enjoy it. That's
Mark,
Maipo, yeah, so on that theme, the Tiger Ball on the 25th of May, so it's always a good night, so yeah, just make sure you get your tickets there and yeah, have a great night out at
you'll be putting the
Tigerland.
suit on? Will you be putting the suit on? You passed all that, eh?
I'm in bed at 9 o'clock, mate. It's too loud.
Too loud. Ramblers, and congratulations to Nikki D. I was about to say Dougal, but Nikki D. Michelle, 300 club games, great player. I coached her at association level, and she's just got a heart of gold. So well done to Nikki on 300 club games.
Absolutely. The Southern Mallee Suns, Scooter Curley playing his 300th today, so congratulations to Scooter.
Yeah, he's a good guy too,
Doesn't
Scooter.
off the field, I think, too.
Yeah, he is. He's a ripper bloke, so well deserved there. Talon Ben Steiny.
Yeah, so a big, I assume that Megan's happy with this, but yeah, happy birthday to Megan Abbott. One of Talon Ben's fantastic volunteers out there, does a lot of work, secretary for ages, and got a very high profile job as well, but one of the good ones, so happy birthday, Megan.
Super organised is Megan Abbott,
Yep,
so hopefully she had a great birthday. So
happy 21st, Megan.
yeah, absolutely, good stuff. Now, Stormy, it's a bit of a special day, and it's a big day here at Ramblers today, and just tell us what's going on.
Here
With Kim Shencher.
Kim Shencher, yeah, so had a little interview earlier on, so you would have seen in the media that Kim Shencher umpires his 500th game today over at Johnson Park, so I was happy enough to be able to grab him quickly before he headed over there, and we've done a quick little interview and a quick chat with him, so we'll just have a look at that now. Thanks everybody. We have a very special guest with us this afternoon, a man who this afternoon, just across the road at Johnson Park, will umpire in his 500th game of River Murray footy. So welcome Kim Shencher, welcome Saint.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Appreciate you dropping in. It's an incredible achievement. You and I have known each other a long time, played a lot of footy together. One of those blokes, annoying blokes for me, who always got injured. You never got injured. Longevity. So that part of the deal with the 500 games, the fact you've been able to stay so fit all your life? Or?
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, I try to keep running every week still. So yeah, I just really enjoy just getting out on the roads, and it's a good think time.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's
no,
all
for sure.
Amazing, mate. And been down Media Street this week, mate, in the paper and on social media, but you must be wrapped and probably a little bit humbled, I'd imagine, knowing you as I do, the attention that it's garnered. So.
Yeah, no, certainly for sure. I mean, overwhelming the amount of messages that I've got. I'm not a Facebooker, but my daughter is, and she's been running through every message, so I thank everyone out there. Thank you very much for your support. It's been fantastic. So,
and as an umpire, I mean, you don't expect to be loved, but I think if you be respected, which I think a lot of the general footy community, you have that respect. So, as I said, you're not going to be loved, but being respected, I suppose that's a pretty good thing. So.
Yeah, no, that's right. And like I said, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of people and the support that I've got. You know, through players, supporters, officials. Obviously, my wife at home.
Yep.
She did mention that's 500 times that I've had to look after the kids. So, yeah. But no, really.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to do what you've done without support like that, would you?
No, certainly not, especially at home. Yeah, you know, it's every Saturday, you know, and I've been coaching the kids in the morning as well.
Yes, at
so,
Mako, yep.
so it's at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then by the time we've had a couple of beers down the pub, it's at 7 o'clock at night. So it is a long day. So.
And I suppose, as you said, you're 380 games for MyPo. What got you into umpiring? I read a bit of a story about how that all eventuated. Perhaps you just share with us how you actually got involved with umpiring in the first place. So.
Yeah, so it was after playing so many games, I was pretty excited to go and sit on the hill and have a few beers and everything there. Done that once, come home to my wife and said, I didn't enjoy that. I had no involvement in the game at all. So I said, look, I might go out and just umpire the kids.
Yep.
You know, and of course, then you're still competitive. So you think, well, if I'm going to come out and umpire, let's have a crack.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And highlights over that journey, first game, grand finals, that sort of thing. What's one maybe that just popped into your head straight away?
Well, first game was actually here at this oval. That was about 21 years ago
Really?
there,
Yep.
yeah. Highlights, I mean, obviously every grand final is a highlight.
You feel the pressure like a player, like nervous before a game?
No,
really?
not at all, because I don't know, it's one of those things that you've got control, you know, of
Yep.
what goes on. You don't know what's going to happen next.
You've got a job to do, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. All I do is I just umpire a contest.
Yep.
You know, so obviously the country championships too, when we had that over at Imps a couple of years ago, to get the chance to do that final was really good there with Steph. So that was great. So yeah.
All right. And you and I spoke a little bit during the week. It's good to see, obviously, we're all getting on a little bit, and you've umpired a long time and still doing a very good job, but there's some young umpires coming through. That must probably similar to a player when you're playing, to see young kids come through. Similar to the umpiring panel, Michaela, Zadzi, bloke that's played footy at a high level, medalist. To see those guys come through, that must give you a big boost too, I reckon. So.
Yeah, it certainly does, and this year's been really good. We've had about 7 or 8 new people come
Brilliant.
out.
Yep. And you need to
which is
regenerate
really
too,
good.
don't you?
Yeah,
So, yep.
yeah, and to me, I feel as going out in the umpiring there is that I want to bring these guys up to speed.
Yep.
You know, and that's why we train. And people often say, "Oh, you umpires train," and you go, "Yeah," because you don't realise how much actually goes into it. How many of these little blue mooners that actually come up?
Yep.
There's a lot that you need to know. You know, and that's what I want to do. Is I want to get these guys up to speed.
So was there someone when you first started, was there that person then, can you remember, or that helped you out? Or
Yeah, look, obviously the Curran boys, when they were up here, were very good earlier on there. Dave Mitchell was another guy. He was
coach,
just a real passionate guy. Loves his umpiring there, and cheers, Dave. But Jason Edwards at the moment,
good coach,
really good coach. So he's just such a great mentor. He's taught me so much just in the last 2 years that he's been back again.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a team within a team too, I suppose.
And we are, yeah. So, and we go down to the pub, you know, there's 15 to 16 of us go down to the pub after a game. You know, we all get together and talk about what happened in the day, you know, and what can we do to improve the game, you know, and that's what it's all about.
So 500 games on top of 380 games of playing, no end in sight. You just want to keep umpiring as long as you can. Is that the plan?
Yeah,
or
at the moment, I mean, I'm loving it. The new clubs coming in
Yep.
is absolutely
Exciting.
revitalised everybody. The thousands of people that I've met over the years, it's just unreal. I mean, you just can't beat footy. It's the greatest game in the world.
It is, yeah.
You know, the worst thing about it is on a Friday night you've got to sit through and watch Carlton lose. Yeah. Not take your anger out on a Saturday.
As an Essendon supporter, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But no, mate, look, all sincerity, congratulations. Over at Johnson Park, cats are flying, imps are going really well at the moment, so it'll be a big crowd, and hopefully they'll tell you what you've done wrong throughout the day, but I'm hoping that at the end of the game, both clubs will get and support you and congratulate you on what's been a fantastic achievement. So congratulations, thanks for giving up time, and well done, mate.
No, thank you. No worries.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool.
a big thank you to Kim Shench there on his big day. And I must just explain, I got told he was here today, and then I've been told he's been rescheduled over to the Imperials v Cats game. So that's why I threw you, Steiny.
No,
I
that's
said
right,
big
mate.
game here today.
That's
So
right, your jet lag, mate, it's all good.
Absolutely.
So, but, no, fantastic effort. Yeah, I said he's played 380 games and umpire 500, and I said I'm not sure if umpires are loved, but I'm pretty sure the bloke's pretty well respected around the trap. So yeah,
absolutely, no, very, very good umpire he is.
Well done.
Time to talk footy today. What's going on? And the first big game we'd like to talk about is the Jervois v Southern Mallee. Who's going to win and why, Steiny?
Well, I think Southern Mallee started off a bit slow, but I reckon the last 2 or 3 weeks just starting to find their mojo, I reckon. Josh Smithson, we were just talking before, coming back from the Crows, he's been kicking his 2 or 3 a week down there. They're just starting to get players back. But by no stretch of imagination, Jervois are travelling okay. By last week, by all reports, Ramblers probably should have beaten them out there. So, and with the restrictions as well, they're sitting down there, so they need to get a bit of a hurry on. So, out at Jervois is always difficult, but I think Southern Mallee just starting to find their mojo, so I'm going to tip the Suns.
So
even
go
at
with the
Jervois.
Suns?
Yes. Yep.
Your thoughts on the game, Butts?
I'm going the Suns as well,
Wow.
actually. I think Jervois are only just going.
Yep.
You know, and I think I said it last week on the coverage, I expect them to do a sort of essentials from back in the day and just get through the season, and then come the business end of the year, they'll be up and about and very hard to beat. But at the moment, I just see, you know, the Suns, all their back ins, you know, and as you said, Smith and Hughes apparently back full time now.
Yep.
I'm expecting them to start to get a bit of a roll on and work their way up the ladder. So yeah, the Suns for me.
From what I've sort of been reading, and I haven't seen a lot of footy, but Josh Scott appears to be hitting some form, kicked some good goals last week, so he's probably a major key to the Jervois team, and if he's up and about, I think he brings the Jervois team with him. So
As I said, don't write them off by any stretch of imagination, but they
no.
do, yeah.
I'm going to go with Jervois today. I reckon in a close game, I reckon they're going to just get the chockies. Next game, it's a big game too, just across the road here. Imperials versus the Coorong Cats. It is the top of the table clash. Winner will be clearly out on top. Steiny, what's going to happen?
Well, I think it's going to be a great game. There's going to be a massive crowd there. The Cats, we spoke a few weeks ago, Butsy, about how you talk to people that have seen them and they are scary good, so much depth. They had a very good squad, and you throw a state centre back in there, and obviously an ex-AFL player playing coach in Menzel, a few other guys, Weir as well. Don't matter where you look, there's stars everywhere. Some clubs, you know, you can cover 1 or 2 tools, but they've got 3 to 4 and midfielders. So, but Imperials are playing good footy. They dropped the one against Mannon, whatever the case may be. But they're a very even side. Will Crane comes back, made him a stronger team. Sean Sandwich fit is a very good footballer. So I'm just expecting a ripping contest, 2 very evenly matched sides, and can't wait to see the outcome. So.
And who's going to win?
Well, it's at Imps. Imps are playing good footy, but I think the Cats are going to. I think they have a historic season myself. I think they're going to take some rolling. So
Okay.
He likes the sound of that.
Yeah, I'm just keeping a hat on things, and not like Snelly, just getting carried away with imps. But what about you, Butsy? What's going to happen over there?
Look, well, hopefully Will Crane's a bit of a question mark over him. He hurt his hamstring a bit last week and spent the last quarter on the bench with ice on it. So hopefully he's up and about and ready to go. I think the Cats will win, and I think they'll do it by 6 or 7 goals.
Right.
I think they set themselves for a big statement game against Imps. Top of the table. They're playing some good footy.
just can't find a weakness.
No, I can't find a weakness, and I think they'll be really set to say, hey, this is our statement game, we're up and about, and this is what the rest of the league's got to deal with. So I think comfortably 6 or 7 goals for the Cats.
Yeah. Well, I think Imperial strength is their midfield. So if sides can shut down their midfield, they're going to beat Imps consistently. It's going to be a cracker over there today. I'm looking forward to next week when we're covering the game and see Menzel for the first time. But I think it's just, and we forget about names also in the Cats here: Brodie Martin, Clinton Walker, Sam Sanders. We've been talking
Thompson,
about some of these new, Thompson and Holiday. So that, and Fisher's hitting form. So it's going to be a big game over there today. But I think again, I'm going to go with the Cats probably by 10 goals. I reckon they'll have a comfortable win over there today. The next game is the Mallee Districts versus Tarlem Bend. Steiny?
Well, we've sort of seen both these sides in some of their coverage, and probably similar. They're having good patches here and there. We cover the game, Maipo v Storm, and First half, Storm are getting with the ball, but really burning it, very poor going forward. In the third quarter, something clicked. The big fella Jones in the ruck was feeding it down, and Vines and these other tight in the middle got on top. All of a sudden, they gave Pake quick use of the footy, and they looked really good. Kicked 6 or 7 goals against Maipo. So, and Taylor been the same. Probably one bad quarter, I think, last week out at Taylor against Maipo out there. So, one thing going to happen. One of these teams is going to get on the board. I think two very evenly matched sides. Out at Peak, smaller grounds, not going to really bother Taylor too much. So probably Taylor been a bit more consistent over 4 quarters. So just Taylor been perhaps 1 to 10, I reckon. Very close. So,
Thank you, Mark. Butsy, what are your thoughts?
I'd really like to see the Storm get on the board.
Yep.
Obviously, my man Conlon up forward. Really enjoy his work.
Yep.
But you're right. From what we saw, they do have the potential to really hurt in the middle when they're up and about. It's just the key is consistency. Taylor, Westhoff in the ruck's huge, and they've got some good players all across the ground. I said I'd like to see the Storm win, but I do think that Taylor will get the job done today out there.
Rightio. So, from my point of view, I think it's going to be a ripper of a game for a start, and obviously one of them's going to have a win at the end of the day. So, first one for the year. Taylor and Ben, obviously a much better side with Westhoff in, that sort of stuff. Tilly Chandler needs to start doing something, Wandering around smelling good's not going to get kick goals or anything like that. But
Stop posting photos on Facebook saying it's too high.
Yeah, exactly. But no, look, and look, the Storm are going to get better as the season goes, but it's starting to get through the season a bit now, so it's probably time for them. But I'm going to tip Taylor and Ben just. So, and I think in a very close game. And the big game here, guys, we've got Ramblers v Manham. Steiny.
Yes, well, as Butsy alluded in the interview, Manham come out the blocks quickly, some good wins, and had a really great win against Imps out at Manham. Ramblers we've watched a couple of times. Got a lot of young players in. They're good quality back in. Lewis up forwards certainly helped them. Will Altman there as well. But they've been a bit patchy. So looking forward to a really good game. I probably think maybe Manham probably a little more top-end talent. Mickey O, we talked about their back six being very settled. They've got key targets up forward, good midfield. Ramblers will take it up to them, but I think Manham might be just a bit too strong, so maybe a 3 or 4 goal win to Manham. So,
yeah. Butsy?
I think Ramblers, like I said earlier, they've got to really lift after last week, I think. And hopefully there is a bit of fire in the belly, because otherwise I think it could be a pretty ugly game. If they don't use the ball well going forward, Manham are going to chop them up across half-back with the quality they've got there. Yeah. So, I mean, last week Ramblers did get up high and did get some good looks over the back, but I can't see them getting Manham's defenders sucked up the ground too much. No. So, and it'll be hard for them to get Lewis one out inside 50. I think Manham do a really good job of getting that third man up and creating that turnover. So, Ramblers, it's all about pressure and winning the ball in tight. If they can do that and at least get the ball in their front half, then they're a chance. But like you said there, Steiny, Manham, I think their depth across the ground and their top end across the ground gets them over the line today. I think the Roos comfortably.
Roos comfortably, yep. Okay. I think Manham's going to win. Malley at centre half back, and he can float, he can take the intercept mark. And with Tarby back now in the side,
Jens is back in. So,
Jens as well. I think that's going to be too strong today. So I think Manham will have a win here today. Score update in the B grade. We're in the third quarter. Butsy, what do we got?
Ramblers 3-1, Manham 6-4.
So that's in the sort of halfway to the third. I reckon we'd be pretty close to that. Alrighty, I know this is what you guys have been waiting for. It's the award-winning Matt's quiz time. We're going to bring in the president of RMFL. Clap, give him a clap, please. Bring him. You got 2 or 3.
There we go, boys.
thank you, sir.
I'm the props man.
Bring it in. Now we've got to get steady. We haven't got insurance for that.
This is crazy.
It is.
Buy me dinner first, please.
I'm glad to. It's about -5 degrees in the shade here. Now, can we please test our buzzers, please?
Prez.
Butts.
Steiny.
Rightio, that's good. All working. Rightio. What years did the Adelaide Crows win their 2 premierships?
Butts.
Yes, Butsy.
97-98.
Yes, that's one to Butsy. A little tick for him. Who won the 2023 RMFL Male Medal?
Steiny.
Yes, Steiny.
Alex Stitterford.
Yes, correct. Alex Stitterford from the Coorong Cats. Question number 3. What number does Ramblers captain Aaron Pratt wear?
Butts.
Yes, Butsy.
4.
4 it is. Just check your buzzer, please, President.
Yeah, my batteries aren't flat yet.
Prez, right, no problems. who kicked the Dutton's goal of the day last week?
Butts,
Yes, Butsy.
Jack Penfold.
Yes, he did. It was in the thing if you were listening there, Gogs. Hang on. So that's
Too busy.
He's a busy man.
Busy.
Too busy
man.
at the footy nowadays.
Okay. Now, this is a question that you could potentially answer here.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
slow down, you boys. All right.
All right.
Give him-
Who has the best meals and coldest beer in Murray Bridge?
The Prez,
Yes?
Swamport Hotel.
Oh, our major sponsor, of course. Well done. The President's on the board. Look at this. Everyone's a winner here, isn't
Thanks,
it?
mate.
Hand
I
it
want
over.
some more of those.
Whatever you do, don't get
Some
that.
more of those.
All right. Who is the top of the AFL ladder?
Butts,
Yes,
the
Butsy?
Swans.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Butsy's just
They are
dominating
good.
here at the minute.
Looking very good.
All right. Now, question number 7. Spell Manham's gun player surname, Matt Weistra.
Prez,
Yes?
W-E-I-S-T-R-A.
Oh, look at he's
Weistra.
he is coming back Weistra. Oh, he's got the spelling bee here, isn't he?
Okay.
Can you use that in a sentence?
All right, question number 8. Who has the bye today?
Steiny,
Yes, Steiny?
Tigers.
Yes, would have been very disappointed if you
Yeah.
missed that one. All right, Sticky Nicky Homsch and Mitch Bowley played in what league before the RFL?
Steiny.
Yes?
Is it the northern areas?
Yes, it is. Good,
yes.
well done.
Well done.
Nice.
Yes, Sticky Nicky was up at Orroroo and
yeah.
Mitch Bowley was at Port Broughton.
Broughton, Mundura.
Yep, Broughton Mundura, yes. Port Broughton Mundura, correct. All right, who am I? All right, this is where we get...
So you asking that because you're jet lagged, or is
No,
that
no.
a question? Sorry.
I just love the who am I. Love the who am I. Now, no looking at my shoulder here. I was born in 1966 in Ballarat, Victoria, and played for 2 AFL clubs. I'm 191 centimetres in height, and I won a Brownlow medal in 1987.
Steiny,
Yes,
plugger.
Tony Lockett it is.
Oh.
I'll just finish it off. He won
Sorry,
four,
mate.
and won 4 common medals. I was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1986 and scored 1,360 goals and hold the all-time goal-kicking record. Of course, Tony Lockett. Well done to Steiny. So hang on, so Steiny just...
He's only 6'1".
Across.
Yeah.
191.
Yeah, 6 foot. Yeah, 6 foot 1 wide.
All right, and I'm just we're going to go to the tiebreaker, why not? Where is Manor on the RFL ladder?
Prez,
Yep.
they are 8th.
No.
Butts.
Yes, Butsy.
Let's go with 5th.
No, close.
Fourth, Steiny.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Nothing?
What's that, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Fourth, I think.
Yes, it is
Yes.
4th. Right. All right. So Butsy is the winner today with 4. Mark Stein on 3, and the Prez with 2.
Yay.
Good work, Chris.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
Well done, guys.
Now, so that's before the game today. Now, we do want to thank everyone that we've got in there. Jimmy, where did we write our notes on the who's here? We got here we go. We got Denise, we got Mary Lou, we've got Jimmy, we've got Sophie, we've got Harry, and of course Mark Steinert, Butsy, and the Prez for stepping in for the quiz. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much to the professionals, Murray Bridge, for their great sponsorship of Before the Game. I'm Matt Hood. See you next week.